Our next segment, we are talking research that matters. These are our monthly campaigns and weekly topics within the Smart Chiropractor that you can also take some of this information and utilize for your own practice. We have research that matters coming up now. All right, welcome to Research That Matters. Each week we come with the Smart Chiropractor Show and talk about clinical conversations as we just did, mindset, research that matters, business principles, marketing, guest interviews, and more. And Research That Matters is where we take a few moments and discuss this week's weekly topic within the Smart Chiropractor. The Smart Chiropractor can help you acquire more new patients, better retention, more reactivations without spending any money on advertising. How do we do that? Well, we think in terms of monthly campaigns, weekly topics, and daily posts, and then we power them for you through all of the most popular channels: social, email, video streaming, and much more. But today we're talking our weekly topic, which is the second week of January. We are into 2022, and our January monthly campaign is about helping you inspire your patients to set themselves up for success in 2022. And the weekly topic is creating smart goals for better health. I'll say it one more time. It's creating smart goals for better health. And you might say, well, is it just that you're using smart because of Smart Chiropractor? That's just a convenient coincidence, because SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. And whether you're utilizing that model of SMART goals for your own business goals, as we've discussed a few weeks ago, which is a really good idea, whether you're using them for your own personal health goals, which is a really good idea, it's a great conversation starter, and it's a great way to inspire better health for your patients, your health tribe, your community, and beyond, by providing a framework that will lead to a higher likelihood of success. And that's really what SMART goals are all about. It's creating a framework so that the goal isn't just, I'd like to be a little healthier this year. That's a difficult one to achieve. It's so subjective, right? And it's easy to fall off. But when you create a SMART goal, something that is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely, now you start to really be able to hone in on what that means. So this week's messaging is around SMART health goals, and I'll give one example, and then I'm very, very curious on Jason's thoughts related to SMART health goals. But something related to being healthier might be, I intend on working out 3 times a week for 30 minutes each time. I want to, go through that over the next 90 days. So there's specificity around that. There's timeliness around that. There's relevance. You would only say 3 days if you thought you could do it. That's the attainable component, and it's measurable. You can set the stopwatch 3 times, 30 minutes each time. I want to do that over the next 90 days. And that would be an example of a SMART goal, which makes it much more likely that it's attainable, or that it will be achieved, I should say, based on the fact that it's created within a framework. It's created within a step-by-step framework that anybody, if you insert the SMART, it gives you the opportunity to, number one, really consider and think about that goal. Obviously become more specific, as the S indicates, and it gives you that playbook, that little bit of step-by-step, in order to be, again, increase that likelihood of achievement. So SMART goals are what our Smart Chiropractors are talking about with their patients all this week. Jason, what are your thoughts on SMART goals as people head into 2022, specifically related to health?
I think it's the perfect topic for chiropractors to be sharing with their communities and talking about in their practices all this month. And the reason is because you mentioned earlier, some people are very vague with their goals. I want to be healthier. Okay, what does that mean? But the other thing that many of them do is they actually speak in terms of their goals being a negative, as in, this year I want to not be sick. And that's not an attainable goal. Being healthy is an attainable goal. So many times people think in terms of avoiding the negative as their positive. So this is a great formula for people to really kind of, use as a sort of basically protocol or a stepping stone. What do I want? Okay, let's get specific about it. How do I measure whether I got there or not? What's an attainable outcome within a certain period of time, and so on. So it's a phenomenal framework. But again, the reason it's important for chiropractors now is because for those of you that are really following our approach here. We're talking about recurring revenue, we're talking about proactive memberships, those that are people are with you for a lifetime as part of a lifestyle, not just a temporary ability to relieve some pain because the drugs don't work and you're convenient, close, and cheap. So, if you are looking to build relationship, build connection, build yourself into a place your community can come and count on leadership, accountability, support, help in growing them in order to reach their goals, then you using this structure with your patients gives them the ability to count on you for what they'd like to achieve in 2022 and beyond. So it's a perfect opportunity to sort of say, hey, what are we looking to do? How can we help you all this year so that in January 23, we can look back together as a team? I'm here to be your coach, your supporter, your guide to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. We've got a year to do it between now and next year. That's what every New Year's resolution season is all about. This is a time for chiropractors to really start getting in and expanding the conversation beyond just pain relief. Does it hurt? It's better. Great. Good. See you when it hurts again. And turn it into, more of a lifestyle coach. Like, where are we going this year? I'm your doctor, and my goal is to keep you as healthy as you can possibly be. Is that your goal too? If so, great. And, give people the opportunity to maybe submit their SMART goals to you. And that gives you the ability to build that type of connection and relationship with your community, whether you want to do it one-on-one with individual patients, whether you want to make it a special program for those people that perhaps pay extra or do something extra, whether you want to include it as part of perhaps those people that are on whatever you want to call maintenance plans or wellness plans or ongoing plans. You can slice and dice it with people individually if you want to, or you could just teach it. Our motto is teach and invite consistently. So if you're looking for, well, what should I talk about on social media today? I should be doing a video. What should I talk about? The conversation in the world today, every January, throughout as long as we've had a calendar and those types of things, people have been saying, you know what, new year, new year, new you. It's time to sort of pay attention and maybe make some measurable goals between now and next year. So I think it's a great structure and framework for our chiropractors to get out and make a difference in their community.
I agree, and the teach and invite part that you just brought up, I wanna lean into a little bit more because it is so important. I'll transparently say each year around January when our smart chiropractors are getting out there with these conversations, I'm a little nervous because it's not neck, it's not back, it's not sciatica, it's not sports performance. It's a little more soft skill when we're talking about inspiring better health than hardcore anatomy and physiology. However, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is why this is so important, is that it's the definition of teach and invite consistently. As you inspire people to live a healthier life, as you showcase the frameworks of how they can think about having a healthier year, well, talk about building trust, building rapport, and building the opportunity to have a deeper connection. Who are they going to call? The person that they've never heard from that they happen to just find online one day, or somebody that they say, man, this person's got their stuff together. They're out proactively teaching our community how to be healthy. They must know what they're talking about. You build so much credibility. You build a ton of goodwill. And that's the business side. The other side of that is you're going to inspire some people to change their lives, and there's nothing more powerful than that. So while I always get a little bit anxious in January because I know it's a little more soft skill on the campaign side of things, I know that the impact that it makes is so far reaching, so great, and it really powers so many smart chiropractor practices to also hit the ground running as they're able to get a little bit of momentum themselves, creating their own SMART goals, talking about SMART goals. There's that added reinforcement of kind of being in it, which is awesome because it's inspiring then to want to continue on, to take those next steps and to keep the consistency up over time, which is absolutely the most critical component. That's why we automate an overwhelming majority of the tools within the Smart Chiropractor. But as we'll see in a moment, utilizing the video scripts we could provide can be really, really powerful, because it showcases who you are, showcases a little bit of that personality, and there is nothing better when you're making a connection, I'm gonna say, than video. It might be the toughest thing for everybody to get started with, but there's not been a single person I've ever spoken with that has been sorry they did so. So hopefully we can inspire you out there to hop on, tune in, keep tuning in to the Smart Chiropractor show each and every Tuesday as we talk down these topics which can really make an impact on your practice and your community. Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.